SODO Moto. I'm here with the Mazda AZ-1, AutoZam AZ-1. This is a 1993. It's one of the K-class sports cars. AutoZam AZ-1, Suzuki Cappuccino, and Honda Beat, or affectionately known as the BBC cars, not in that order. There's also the Daihatsu Copen, which is pretty neat, and then lots of little hot hatchbacks, Super Vivos, Suzuki Alto Works, quite a few others. In fact, this actually uses the engine of the Suzuki Alto Works. It's mid-engine, 660cc, 3-cylinder, turbocharged and intercooled, 5-speed manual transmission, and of course, gull-wing doors. So this particular example was from Kyushu. We bought it along with a Honda City Turbo and shipped it in a container, which took a long time to come in. COVID problems in Korea and Japan, and couple of months delay and then supplemental inspection, so interesting story to tell. But in any case, we drained the fuel in it, installed a new fuel pump, basically put new tires on it, started right up, runs well, drives great. It's got a few neat mods. These came with an available limited slip, which this one does have. It's got these Watanabe 13-inch wheels, which are in pretty okay shape. They're chrome plated and the chrome is flaking, but I think they've got a nice look, and I think the flaking chrome fits the rest of the car. So this car has obviously been repainted. These were typically blue or red. This one is a red example. The paint is shabby. It had lots of tacked on stickers. You can see some sticker residue, which I haven't gotten off yet. Obviously, someone was thinking that this is the ideal boy racer car. Tacked on aero, had a big huge wing, got a duckbill spoiler, which frankly I like, and then I do like these bubble flares. So bubble flares are not very common on AZ-1s, but I think they set them off quite nicely. Other negatives with the car, right rear taillight lens is broken. These lenses are available out of Japan. I haven't ordered them yet, but this obviously needs new lenses. Again, more sticker residue, holes in the rear trunk from the rear wing. Probably the biggest problem with the car, or one of the bigger problems with the car, is the missing window trim here. So this was heavily warped. So both the door window trim and the windshield trim have deteriorated. But all in all, I think the car, it's a solid car. The chassis is in pretty good shape. The rust situation is average, or maybe a little worse than average, but not terminal. Under the hood here, you can see there is definitely some surface corrosion on the metal pan here, some heavy corrosion in the headlight buckets, a lot of surface corrosion on the front cross member here, and that's similar to the chassis itself. So the chassis itself has reasonable pans from the inside of the car. They're strong, but it's got a lot of surface corrosion, which we haven't really dealt with. But you know, there's corrosion on nuts and bolts, corrosion on this bolt here, some corrosion on the upper bracket, all reasonably common in this car, particularly for a car that has sat. In the engine compartment, we've put in a new battery, cleaned the ignition, refreshed the fuel system. It's got what looks like a relatively fresh alternator in there. It's got a Fujitsu exhaust, which I repainted just to give it a little bit of a, you know, get rid of some of the rust. We do have a K&N air filter that's coming in, so for today we're going to drive it without an air filter. The factory foam, or the aftermarket foam filter, was disintegrating, so we've removed that. But I'd say the engine compartment looks pretty good, and we'll go ahead and start it up. Pretty straightforward little 660 3-cylinder. It's called the F6A engine.